Hi, this is Chris with Chris Collects, and I am continuing my look at the Fresh Monkey Fiction Naughty or Nice Santa Claus collection with a look at the Reindeer, the most recent collection that has been released. These came out last year and quickly sold out because they are reindeer for your Santa Claus figures, but also because later this summer, Fresh Monkey Fiction will be releasing the much anticipated Santa's sleigh to go with these figures. Um, as you can see here, I've got one set up already. This is I'm going to tell you something right now. You can call these whatever you want. They do have names on the boxes, and they do have names on the head pack. But call these guys what you want. Call them. This is the one right here. I've got marked as Comet. And you can call him Comet, you can call him Dasher, you can call him Prancer, you can call him whatever you want. Doesn't matter. They're yours. Name them however you see fit. I've mixed them up because the Comet and Cupid, Dasher Dancer, Prancer Vixen, Comet Cupid, Donner Blitzen, those are paired up as far as the names and the alternate heads that come in the heads pack. So they match the colors because there are 4 different colors of reindeer, and we're going to take a look at all of them. And what we've got up here first is, like I said, this is Comet. This is the basic reindeer. Comes in the pack, comes in the box. He's got the harness for the sled. It's got sleigh bells. It's got the halter, bridle. It's got antlers. I don't know if these are the same antlers that go with this head. They are keyed. I'll show you that here in a little bit. But this is a really cool base body for a reindeer. As you can see, let me get Santa out of the back there so he's not. Just to give you an example of the height, there's Santa next to him. So pretty good size. There is a saddle pack where Santa can ride the reindeer, and I'll show you that here in a little bit, but it's got some pretty good articulation. The joints are pretty tight. The paintwork, the sculpting looks really good. He's got the right amount of toes on the hoofs because it's a cloven hoofed animal. Because it's a goat, not a horse or cow. And it's got nice sculpting all the way around. It's got nice articulation. It's got beautiful paintwork. The eyes look really good. The nose looks really good. The details on the harness are nice. They look nice and bright, but not like brand new. So like they're a little bit weathered. The brown and the red looks really good. And it's just, overall, it's a great package. Let's look at articulation, and then we'll get into some details on some of the others. It's a ball jointed head, ball at the neck underneath the harness. There is, the body is solid, but you do have a ball joint at the front shoulder, swivel hinge at the knee, swivel hinge at the ankle. These are a little tight, so I apologize. Same on the back leg, ball joint. Well, actually, no, is it a ball joint? There's a little bit of a ball joint, but it's the back, so he's not going to get a lot of in and out. This one gets some in and out. Swivel at the upper, swivel at the lower, swivel hinge there, sorry, not swivel, it's a hinge. Swivel hinge there, swivel hinge at the ankle. ball joint on the tail. Can't get a lot on the tail, but you know, what are you gonna do with a little reindeer tail? That's about it. Can look up. These are very nicely done figures. I will say it does take a little work to swap out the bridles because they are very tight. You've got to kind of pull them up on the muzzle and kind of stretch it to go over the ears. You do have to take the horns off, the antlers off. And you can see the antlers are keyed so that they match. Like this one matches that one, and that matches that one, so that you can't mix them up and put the wrong one on the wrong side. You can mix up the two different styles because there are two different styles here, which I will show you on Prancer here in a second. And like I said, they do come matched. Comet Cupid, Prancer and Vixen, Dasher Dancer, Donner Blitzen. So here is the one they call Prancer. Again, I'm not matching them up this way, but you know, it is what it is. So like these two would probably be matched up together as Comet Cupid. I just want some variety. I don't want them to be like twins on each side. This one's got a little bit of a darker brown coloring. He's got a darker nose, which you can see. More of a wash, a darker wash across the back. He's got the different antlers, you can see, whereas these look almost younger, not quite as developed. These are more, it's got some more additional points on him. This guy would definitely be on somebody's wall. So there you can see the differences in the antlers. Sorry, these guys are kind of hard to film because they're kind of tall. And so there's those two. Let me pull out Dasher, the one marked Dasher. Like I said, these are very, very cool figures. They look really good. I do have, if you want to name them and put the names on the actual figures, Bad Mother Tattoos on eBay has a set of names, water slides in a couple different styles. So you can do that. I'm going to show you the different color variations because there's 4 colors, and then the additional heads from the heads pack. Oh, I put that one on backwards. No wonder it didn't fit. Huh. Okay. So we've got the light color there in the Comet Cupid. We've got the more lightish brown color in the Prancer Vixen. We've got an even more traditional brown color coming here in the Dasher Dancer pack. And again, don't pay any attention to the antlers. I've mixed and matched, and I'm going to personalize them. So this one's got more of a, he's got more of a brown color, like a darker tan color, which I really like. It's more deer-like. He's got a softer look on the nose, so it's not quite a lot of paint there. Again, the paintwork all the way around. You can see a little bit of white under his eyes, which is really cool. The airbrushing around. He's got the little white tip on his tail. You know, the crispness around the hooves. It's all really well done. So this is really nice. This is Dasher Dancer. And then this one is Donner, which is the last one that has a different color. And then I'll show you the saddle pack, and we'll go into the alternate heads. From the heads packs, if you got the heads pack, you got 5 heads to create the others of the pairings, in addition to the 5th reindeer, who is copywritten, Rudolph. So here is, this is Donner, the Donner and Blitzen pair. He's a really dark, kind of like an elk color, which I really like. It's a dark brown. It's a really nice dark wash across the back, almost a black wash a little bit, with some dry brushing across the top. Comes down to the white on the hooves. Again, a light undercoat under here, which is really nice. The others have that, but it's just not as striking. Like here, you can see on this one, you can see that it kind of fades to a white at the bottom, but here it really shows because of the dark contrast. Again, you've got the dark, the light underneath the muzzle there, the eyes, the expressive eyes, the antlers, the dark color. It's a really nice presentation. The harness again is really well done. It does. I've got one taken off here, so I'll show you. But it snaps off here. It snaps on both sides, so you can take it off, and then the neck piece does not come off, so it's got to pop off here and then go off the neck. And I'll show you here when I get to the antler, or the saddled version. But is this? That's the one I'm calling Prancer. So let me just show you some of the alternate heads here real quick while I've got them. This is Donner with the Donner head. This is Blitzen with the Blitzen head. Donner with the Blitzen head. As you can see, there's a little bit of color variation there, but it matches still, but it's still a little bit enough of a difference to be a different looking deer. Like I said, I'm probably not going to keep these as Donner and Blitzen, but you know, I'll mix them up a little bit. But there you can see the difference in the colorations on those two. Actually, this is Vixen. This is Prancer with Vixen's head, and this is the Prancer head, which you can see it does match up. It's very nice. Again, it's got a lighter face, which is kind of hard to see with the antlers on, so I'm going to take the antlers off so you can see that a little bit better, because the paintwork, again, on these is really well done. So you can see here that Vixen here has more darkness above the nose and the eyes, whereas Prancer does not. Prancer's more white, and it looks really good. Let me pop it off and you can kind of see how it looks. So there you go. Pop that on. It matches, it blends really well. This is actually the figure head that comes on the figure. So, and then this is the Vixen head. You know, I probably have this all screwed up. I don't know. These are two different heads that go together. I thought I had them all right, but who knows. At this point, they're mine. I'm gonna do with them what I want, and that's how it is. Let's see. Let's take a look at, this is actually, I said this was Dasher. This is actually Dancer with Dancer's body with Dasher's head, or Dasher's head with Dancer's head on Dasher's body. So this is the dancer head. This is the dasher head. You can see the variations are very subtle, but they're enough. Like this is, like he's very much more, he's just like darker through his face, where this one's lighter, and it still matches up color-wise. It fits. So like based on the shading and the highlighting that they've done, it all works together really well. So you can swap them out, no problem. So they look really good together. So that's that one. That pack. Where is... That's not the one I wanted. That's the one I want. Okay. We're going to do Comet, who is apparently not Comet, but is actually... Can I share with... Oh, okay. Dasher with dancer head. I got them all mixed up, but this is the red head, the red-nosed head that goes with Dasher that I just had out. And he comes with special horns. They all come with their horns, kind of packed in together so you can tell them apart in the heads pack. If you want to see pictures of the pack, take a look at online. But this is how he who shall not be named, we're just call him Reggie, looks. Again, this goes on the Dasher body, which I believe is the one that I haven't opened yet. Yes. So that's why he's not matched up. So there's that. So he looks really good. The red is obviously very blatant. I don't know how you do a natural looking red nose, honestly, without just painting it. So I don't know. He's got that baboon thing going on. Anyway, that's that one. And then I've got one or two more here to show you. Let me find the pieces. That's Comet. We looked at Dancer and Vixen. We looked at Donner. And let's take a look at Blitzen. Here you can see Donner and Blitzen. Again, Blitzen does not have the darkness that's on the front of Donner's face. Just a little bit of slight paintwork. It still matches. It still matches the figure. So just light paint changes make all the difference in the world. So I think that's all of them that I've shown you. So let's get to, actually, did I show you? Yeah, I showed that one. Let's get to the saddle piece and then the Gorgon figure. So here is the figure with the saddle pack. The saddle pack's pretty cool. Again, like I said, it comes off relatively easy. So here is the bridle by itself. It's just a simple little strap. Like I said, you got to stretch it over the ears, but it does stretch a little bit. This is the harness for the sled, the sleigh. Again, you can see it's got a peg here. and then this just pegs right in there, and see, it just popped off the other side too. So it does go on a certain way. You can kind of tell because it's curved a little bit to go on the curvature of the underbelly. So there's that comes off really well. You pop that off and then slide it off the head without the antlers on. Then you've got bridle with reins, which they're a little bit twisty, but you can, figure them out. And then the saddle pops on. The saddle is really nice. It's got this texture to it, like a woven texture on the saddle blanket, like a leather texture. It's not a Western saddle, so it doesn't have a horn. It's got a bedroll on the back, a green bedroll with brown straps and buckles, and it straps on. It's got a few little pieces hanging off, so you can hang other accessories on it. Let's put Santa Claus on here just so you can see. I'm gonna warn you, doesn't look great, but it works. So I'm glad they gave us saddles, because it's honestly, the saddles are going to work great when they do the articulated elves that will hopefully be coming soon. But he does fit. I mean, he does sit on there really well. He sits on there. He just looks huge because it's Santa, and it's basically a full-grown man on a pony. I mean, he sits on there really well. It's just, that's just what it is. It's a full-grown man riding a pony. It just looks ridiculous, but it does work. So that look works. So there is the saddle piece, which again, you can get the saddle pack separate. But you don't have to, because the harness comes with it, so you don't need to get that. Now let's take a look at the Gorgon, which is a different figure. The Gorgon is I did not get the zombie rotten foot, rotten claw, rotten hoof, whatever he was called. I just have no interest. Like I said, I've told you before in other videos, I don't have any interest in zombies, so I did not pick up the rotten foot, rotten hoof. But I did get the Gorgon because I need somebody to ride, or somebody to pull Krampus's sleigh, if Krampus ever gets a sleigh. So the Gorgon is a goat. He's a very cool looking goat. Let's get him out of here. Same basic figure, same basic articulation. The only difference is the paint and the heads. And there are two heads. I'm going to go ahead and show you the alternate head because it's really gross and I don't like it. But it's an undead head. It's got some of the bone showing. It's got a broken antler, which is kind of cool. You can see some of the bone here. Like, this is if you're into zombies, this is a cool piece. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a cool piece. Just not my thing. So anyway, this guy is black with some gray dry brushing, the red and black on the harness, the red going down to black, going down to red on his feet, because we'll come to that in a second. He's got the goat head with the curving back horns. Again, cloven foot animal. It works really well. He does have a saddle pack, which I showed in the packaged he does have a saddle pack, which is black with a green green blanket, red belt, black saddle. I'll get that out later. But he looks really cool. He's very menacing. It's a goat. It's a big, fat, angry looking goat. But what makes him even better is it's a goat with flame hoofs. flames that go on his hooves. I mean, now it's a demon goat. Now it's a hell goat. And he does come with two halters, or two bridles, the regular one and then the red one. But you don't put a bridle on a Gorgon goat. Look at that guy. Look at him. Look at how evil he looks with the red. I mean, and these are translucent pieces. They're soft. They're translucent. So, and they do all appear to be the same, but it doesn't matter because it's all going on his feet. So they're going to look different based on how you pose him. So you're not going to be able to tell that it's all the same because it's a goat with flame feet. I mean, the red eyes, you lose him in the red eyes, you got the feet. So that's it. These are all going to be able to hook up to the sleigh, which is coming relatively soon, I'm told. Looking at probably July, August, possibly. But they will hook up to each other and through these harnesses here. So they'll have a harness piece that hooks up to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and then there'll be reins, and they'll all be able to connect to each other and then connect back to the sleigh. There'll be reins, and then you'll have this giant, like, I'm stretching my hands out like you can see it, but you know, you're gonna have this huge long display of, you know, 8 or 9 reindeer, and it'll look really cool on your Christmas display. So that is it for all of the Christmas themed Naughty or Nice figures so far. Stay tuned. I will have a quick video of the Bizarre World of Naughty or Nice Pumpkin and Peter Patch figures coming up soon. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for when the sleigh comes in, because I am going to be doing a video on that and matching it up with the reindeer, and it's going to be huge and epic, and I can't wait. So again, thank you so much for watching.